Hi, and welcome to September 2023 Patreon rewards video. So there's a lot that's been going on. Uh, so I'll just get on with it, and then I'll talk about all the things. So first of all, I just wanted to show you that I've got, so this month I finished the Drawfu forms course. So it's basically all done. It's all completely done. Here's the some illustrations that I did for the Drawfu forms course and post for in the Drawfu website, the drawing website. I'm gonna be putting this up here. The idea being that I'm gonna teach you how to see through things to their to their component parts. That was the idea here. So that's what this is. The course is ready to go. The course is absolutely ready to go. I could launch it today, like right now. Just press the button and it's gone and it's out. The problem is that if I do that, not very many people are going to know it's there. Raul has given me a lot of suggestions on some really good suggestions on how to try to market the course. So I am going to do my best to try do that. So that's the reason it hasn't been launched yet, is because I'm working on having to come up with. I've already done recordings of me talking about the course in front of the camera in a completely different location. I just got to edit it together and make it look snazzy and cool, and add music to it, and add some fun stuff, and maybe record myself out in the wild drawing and things like that, just to give a feeling of the type of excitement that this course deserves, because of the kinds of things you'll be able to do once you learn how to do the stuff that I teach in the courses. I did this drawing for that course in order to connect the brand of the drawing website with the courses so that they're still of a piece. I did the same thing with this. I drew this because the way that I had already had drawn the course originally, or branded the course originally, it had a different tone, a different look. It wasn't connected with the drawing website. I needed to make it all of a piece with Drawfu, so I redrew the title pages and things like that for the sketch part of the course. Now this is going to be the forms title page, so that's why I drew these. So that's what this was all about. But again, like I haven't launched it because I need to really just do a good ad for it, because it's way more. It's just as important. I was going to say way more important, but it's just as important to put as much time and effort doing marketing for your product than it is to actually do a good product, because the problem is that it doesn't matter how good your product is if nobody knows about it. And so you guys know about it, but nobody else does, and I need to find a way to get to as many people who want to know about it and that will benefit the most from it. And right now that's part of the thing that needs to happen. And the problem with that is that I've got way more other stuff to do than edit a marketing video at the moment, which is making it so that the marketing for the course has come to a screeching halt, because I've actually got freelance work to do, and I'll talk about that in a second. Let's keep moving. All right, so here's this month's postcard, and the winner of this month's postcard is Eric Prestaman. Eric, congratulations, you won this month's postcard. So I'm going to be sending you this, and this is, I think you've won like 2 or 3 others before, so congratulations. This was a lot of fun. I really like doing these. This was a nice break, because I've been doing a lot of other stuff that hasn't been for me. personal stuff. So I'll get that in a second. And then finally, this is a portrait I did of my of Tio Carlos, my uncle, who passed away 2 weeks ago. He So I decided to draw a portrait of him, or paint a portrait of him, for the family. He was my dad's an only child, so all he had, his cousins were basically his brothers and sisters, and this was my dad's cousin, and it's as if his older brother died. Okay, so so I decided that I was gonna paint this portrait of my uncle, and I painted it like as if it was a Rembrandt. That was the idea. I wanted it to be like a Rembrandt, so light and dark. I wanted the darkness to be there in order to enhance the light, right? And of course the light, and it's kind of the same principle as this. Like the idea behind Rembrandt paintings is that it's not about how chiaroscuro. It's not about the black and the light in Rembrandt. With Rembrandt, it was about the light. So the reason it's dark is because it's about the light, and the light to Rembrandt represented the light of God, grace coming down on humanity, right? Like it's the light of grace on people. That was the idea. So that since my uncle passed away, and he was very religious, and so the idea being that here's the light of grace, the light of God, on my uncle there. So that was the idea here. Okay, and then we have this. So this is a storyboard that I did many years ago. So here's the problem. The problem that I've gotten now that I'm doing freelance, and I've got my portfolio already, and I'm sending my portfolio out to different places and different people and different studios for different clients. There's a huge deficiency in my storyboard portfolio, and that deficiency is the storyboard that I've got is all Simpsons, and what ends up happening is that you get typecast. Just like actors get typecast if they're in a movie or a TV show for too long and you're only known for that one thing, so too storyboards, especially outside the animation industry. If you are going to clients in gaming or just clients that are just not in the animation or in Hollywood, what ends up happening is that if you show them your portfolio and it's all Simpsons, they think that all you could do is Simpsons, and they don't trust that you can do their thing. And that's a huge problem that I'm having to try to remedy. So what I did was I searched through my old stuff. I found this this board that I did, and this. So just a little backstory, really quick, about this board, or this is that I did it for a storyboard class that wasn't a very good storyboard class. I learned absolutely nothing in that storyboard class, but they did give us a lot of assignments, which I found useful and helpful. One of the assignments was they gave you a bunch of monologues that you can just use for a board. The monologues were just monologues. In other words, it was just text. It was just dialogue. No description as to where the dialogue took place, right? That was all. It was just monologuing about something. It's just somebody monologuing. Again, no description as to where it took place. So I read one and I said, you know what? I'm going to make this take place in somewhere that has nothing to do with what this is being talked about. So this bit of monologue was just talking about a dog who pooped on the floor. That's all it was. And I decided that it wasn't going to be about a dog that pooped on the floor. So this is what I came up with, and so this is the board. And then I just managed to scan the board. I hadn't scanned the board before. So now so I'm giving you guys the scan of this board, and so you could read the dialogue, so you can see what I did and why, and let me know what you think. But that's what I did. So, but the problem again, this is an old board. This is all done in pencil, obviously, and nowadays we do everything digitally. And it's really obviously an old board because look at the TV. The TV cutoff is not even widescreen. It's just old TV. So what I'm doing with this is I already recorded myself doing the dialogue, and I'm going to do a reel. I'm breaking up all these things, and I'm going to break them up into pieces, and then I'm going to actually make an animatic. I'm going to add a little bit more acting and things like that, but it's all going to be in motion. The camera move is going to be there. All of it's just going to move. It's going to be not fully animated, but it's going to be like a story reel, a storyboard reel, and that hopefully is going to help my portfolio to show that I could do more than just Simpsons. What's also going to help is that I just recently got a storyboard freelance job that I can't really talk about because I signed an MBA. But it's exactly it's the perfect job that I was looking for, even though it's not going to pay me a lot. It's the perfect portfolio piece because it's full of action adventure. It's very moody. It's perfect. It's exactly the type of thing that I was looking for. So I'm glad I got this opportunity to work on something like this because then I could actually show that I can do the thing. And that's one of the problems that I've been having in my portfolio is that I can do a lot of things. I can animate, but I can't prove it. I could animate in CG. I can't prove it. I can do action adventure. I can't prove it. So like all the stuff that I know I can do, I can't prove in my portfolio because I don't have examples of me having done it. So I got to have samples of me having done it so I could prove I can do the thing, right? That's right now it's a huge problem. So I do have an animation test that I'm going to be shooting. I'll talk about it when I shoot it so you can actually shoot it, scan it. It's about this thick. I'm going to scan each individual drawing. It's going to be a nightmare, but once it's put together, it'll be fun. I'll be able to have it and I'll share it with all my patrons. But then I'm going to also have to animate CG using Blender, do a dialogue scene, just so that I could have something on my portfolio to prove that I can do the work. So this is one of the biggest problems I'm having right now is that proving that I can do the work. So that's it. That's this month's rewards. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, especially now at this time where the industry is in absolute chaos and shambles. And the studios, the animation studios that are still in production are full. They don't need anybody. And everything else is shut down because of the strikes. So outside of the studio world, it's a little tougher to get work because I'm typecast. So I gotta step up and find a way to prove that that I'm more than a one-trick pony. So, but and your patronage is so helpful, and I am so grateful for all the support that you guys have given me. You have no idea. My wife is doing substitute teaching now because of this, which means that I've had to do a lot more dropping off kids and going to school meetings and doing all this other stuff that I usually don't have to do because my wife's been doing it. Now she can't do it because she's working. So I got to step up and do my stuff. I gotta help out with that. and do the freelance stuff, it's now become a lot more chaotic in our in our house. I'm surprised that I've gotten as much work to share with you as I have, but if I could just have Patreon, if I could depend on patronage, I could do more stuff, but I gotta work. So, okay, so thank you. But again, like, but the fact that I'm getting anything at all from Patreon is huge. It's such a helpful thing. So you're really helping. Thank you so much for your support, and I will talk to you next time. All right, bye. So I'm happy to announce that I now have a new drawing lesson called Drafu Guide to Sketching and Gesture Foundations. It's the beginning of the level 2 information that people have been asking me for the drawing website, which will teach you where to start drawing, what to draw when you draw, how to draw from observation, how to draw from imagination, how to draw what you envision, and how to discover what you ought to envision if you don't have anything specific in mind. So if you find any of this interesting, you could follow the link that you see, or you can go to thedrawingwebsite.com, look under level 2, and you'll find a link there.